it's an easy project to get passionate about. It's rare that we as landscape architects have a chance to make a mark on such a large area of the state. And knowing that part of the legacy that will be left as a result of this is looking at places like Square Lake, knowing that 10 or 11 miles of shore frontage will always remain the way it looks today, that there will be an opportunity for people to come up here and enjoy it, to live here, to buy additional property here, but do it in a way that respects the natural values, the cultural values, the historic character of the place.
We love the lake tremendously and have always enjoyed living here, and will continue to do that hopefully for the rest of our lives. We do appreciate that several areas of the lakes will be conserved in the concept plan. There are several miles of shoreline on the south side of Cross Lake, southwest side, and those will never be developed to maintain the character of the lake and the view. And the thoroughfares as well, everybody enjoys the thoroughfares.
They brought us in right from the get-go, right when they first started talking about a concept plan. They encouraged our board to come and meet with them, and they gave us a quick overview of what they're looking at. So we had time to digest a little bit and think about it. And so far, I think everybody's pretty positive that this is going to be a good thing for our area. And we are definitely very appreciative that they've included us in this process.
Yeah, as a land use planner, I can't tell you how exciting it's been working with Irving to get some of the data that they have available on this project area. They have the Unique Areas program that they have, which has given us all the information we need on the natural resources of this area, getting LiDAR so that we can really understand the topography of some of the development zones that we're looking at. So the soils work that we've been able to do, and all of the information that we've been able to pull together from the very beginning so that we know what we're dealing with before we start to identify areas for growth, areas for conservation. It's just important, so important to have that baseline data.
People are going to stand here and they're going to say, wow, this is virtually undeveloped. And the intent is to allow certain development to happen in here. On the other side of the lake, on the west side, where there's no utilities, there's an opportunity to do some scattered development tucked into the woods. Over here, the idea is to concentrate development around the site of the old Yerkes Gorfinkel camps here, but keeping the buffer zone along the shorefront. So someone who's out on the water is not going to be faced with the sort of development that you might see in other more heavily developed places like Long Lake around here. It's a remarkable place. It's one of the few places in Maine that I've ever been to where you can look out over a very large lake with beautiful views, with a shoreline that consists of about 1/4 of a mile of sandy and rocky beach, with a very large open area going right down to the water with exceptionally good soils. But also when you get here, there's a sense of history about it. Looking at the old buildings that are obviously in dilapidated condition right now, one could think, though, what this place used to look like at this turn of the century, with most of the buildings are log cabins. It was a place that people came to relax, to enjoy the solitude, to hunt, to fish. We'd like to think that in the concept plan, this is going to be a place that someone is going to recognize the value of this place and restore it to a modern-day version of the old traditional sporting camp.
We're always looking for economic development in Aroostook County, and that the residential development areas are done in a manner that will be positive for the area.
It's really an opportunity for Aroostook County to attract people to move here, which is one of our big needs. We need people to live here who are interested in starting their own businesses, that will then attract more people, attract more services, attract more opportunities. Those are things that will then support the many people who depend on the working forest for their livelihood. And I don't think people realize the economic impact of the forestry and on the economy of Aroostook County. Obviously, we have hundreds of people operating equipment, buying gas, buying meals, having their equipment repaired, building homes, raising children, filling our schools. All of this needs to work together along with our other natural resources in Aroostook County to maintain growth.
Aroostook County, unfortunately, has lost a lot of population in the last 15-20 years. I think primarily with Loring Air Force Base closing in the early 90s, that had a severe impact to us up here. It's always been a concern of mine that my kids are going to move away because there's no jobs here for them, that my grandkids won't have an opportunity to work up here. So who knows, maybe they'll be in charge of one of the campsites up here or something, or have a house up here.